Hi everyone, today I am going to tell you a story titled The Forest That Spoke. So, once upon a time, there was a beautiful village named Greenvale, surrounded by tall trees, singing birds, and a river that flowed through the heart of the land. The villagers lived in harmony with nature. They used only what they needed and respected the forest, knowing that the trees, animals, and rivers gave them life. As the year passed, Greenvale began to change. A new generation of people arrived, eager to build bigger houses and expand the farmlands. So they started cutting down the trees to make more space. The wood was sold, and soon the green forest began to shrink. At first, the villagers didn't notice much difference, but slowly the signs of trouble began to appear. The river's water level dropped, the soil became dry and cracked, and animals that once roamed freely began to disappear. Rain became rare, and the summers grew hotter every year. One night, a terrible storm hit the village. Trees that stood strong could no longer protect the soil, and heavy rain caused a landslide that destroyed many homes. The villagers were devastated. They realized that by taking too much from nature, they had caused harm not only to the forest but also to themselves. Next morning, as the sun rose above the damaged land, the villagers gathered and made a promise they would bring Greenvale back to life. They began planting trees where the forest once stood. Children were taught to care for plants as they would care for friends. The elders shared stories about how the trees kept the air pure and soil strong. Slowly, life returned to Greenvale. The rain came back, the river flowed again, and the birds returned to sing in the branches. The people learned the nature always gives back what it receives if treated with respect and care. And from that day, Greenvale became a symbol of hope and harmony, reminding everyone that protecting the environment is not a choice but a duty. The villagers understood that the earth doesn't belong to us, we belong to the earth. And so the forest once stood silent began to speak again, whispering the same message to all who would listen. When you care for nature, nature cares for you. So the educational goal of the story was to teach the importance of environmental conservation, balance in nature, and human responsibility towards the planet.